Philanthropy. I'm your co-host, Tony.
JC.
And this is where we get back through conversation.
Alright, let's get it.
How long before a man should expect sex when dating a female?
Ooh, that's tricky.
Look.
Tricky because that expect word gonna get you killed regardless, just because of the expect word.
Yeah.
So that's tricky off back. I'm gonna say it depends on I think it's a trade-off, an even trade. So it just depends on what was, I guess, done in order to get sex. Like, I don't think you can walk up to a lady, ask her for a number or her credentials, and then expect sex after that.
Okay. I brought this topic up in response to a video that went viral a week or two ago, and there was a video of this guy who was he was out on a date. Now, I'm gonna tell you, bro was looking dusty. Mm-hmm. The shirt he had on.
I want to say I seen what you talking
hair
about.
Hair wasn't cut.
I want to say
facials, man.
Right.
So he was looking dusty. All right. But he
right.
took this female to an expensive restaurant, and the video started recording when the bill came, and he just straight up
got split tickets.
Well, he just straight up asked her for sex.
Right.
He said, "You coming home with me? We gonna do this?" She was like, "We gonna do what?" Like, she was confused as hell. And he was like, "All right." She said she ain't gonna have sex with me, give me 2 tickets. And she started recording because, like, she was surprised bro made her do that.
He was, okay, so it's brutally honest. So let me give you my take on that.
Right.
It is brutally honest. And a lot of time, brutal honesty is not accepted.
Right.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
He is brutally honest. So
well, you
this is what I say.
feelings and all that. You know how it go.
Exactly. So, but this is what I say. If I'm taking you to an expensive restaurant and paying for dinner, because we come into the relationship, okay, this is my devil's advocate shit. Let me put that out there. This is my devil's advocate shit.
Go ahead.
We come into the relationship and I have to give everything as the man.
Right.
But in the chase or the pursuit to a woman, everything is me giving to the woman. It's me trying to take her out, pay her bills, show her that I'm worth it, all that.
The courting process.
The courting process.
Yeah.
Doing that, the question becomes, well, what am I getting in return as the guy?
Well, look, we guys, we can have a conversation amongst men, right? Mm-hmm. So, as a man, we understand, like, if we like that woman, we expected to pursue that woman. We expected to ask her out on a date, in which we expected to pay for. I accept that as a man. You accept that as a man?
I accept that as a man, but all I'm saying is, what do I get in return for me doing that?
I'm getting there. I'm just saying we know our expectations, right? Mm-hmm. Now, here's the part people don't like. It's not socially acceptable to walk up to a woman and tell her you want sex. Here's what happens. As a man, you see what you like and you pursue her. The first thing you see is how she looks. That's why you're pursuing her. Instantly, you pursue her because you know based on how she looks, you would have sex with her. And so I say that because the socially acceptable way to ask for sex is to ask for a date with that woman. And I feel like if we all can be grown for a second and stop acting like we don't realize that, we'll start getting somewhere. The dating market won't be like it is. You know what I'm saying? I know you hear what they be saying.
I can agree with that. I think that's just, I don't want to say human nature, but in some kind of way our nature, because no matter what it is, people gonna sugarcoat shit or beat around the bush so it don't sound like what it really is, instead of just being blatant and saying it. You know what I'm saying?
That's because it's not socially acceptable to just say it. So we go about it by asking for a date. Now, as far as when a man should expect sex, if I'm taking a woman out on a date, I'm thinking about my resources. I went to work. You know what I mean? I can't afford a date if I ain't going to work, right? I went to work. I made some good business decisions. I went outside and conquered the world. Now, I want to spend my money on her because I want her. Now, I also, as a dude, I want to get to know you too. I want to know, first and foremost, I already know that I would have sex with you once I asked you out based off of how you looked.
That's true.
But as a dude, past that, we have to practice sexual discipline. We can't just go around, you know what I mean? Exactly, because that's a low value individual for a man. You know what I mean? You got to have sexual discipline, especially at our age, right? So
For sure, at our age.
exactly. So I say that to say, I value my resources. If I go and I want to spend them on you, it's because I like you, right? I think if we understand as adults, if she understands that I want sex based off of how she looks, that's why I asked her out. Well, then, as a female, I think that number one, if you're not attracted to me when I ask you out, you shouldn't even accept that date. Number two, you know what I'm saying? If we haven't,
You know they ain't gonna do that.
no,
Because
I get
they
it.
just rather get the free shit out of it. Knowing the whole time that they don't fuck with you like that. They ain't feeling you like that. They
I'm
just
glad
want to
you
take the
brought
free
that up.
shit out of it.
You ever heard the term foodie calls? You can
Not-
imagine what
not
it mean,
exactly
right?
to that, but yeah.
You can imagine what it mean?
I've heard terms.
I got some numbers here you gonna want to hear.
All right.
All right, so I looked at 2 studies. One of them was done by the New York Times in 2019. It was about 327, I believe was the number. That many women. They were asked, they were surveyed and asked if they have ever accepted a date with a man that they were not attracted to for the sake of getting free food.
I think I seen something like that.
33% of these women admitted to doing so. So a third of these women admitted to doing so. Now, just for the sake of the numbers being more accurate, I got to bring up the second study that was done by the Social Psychology and Personality Science Journal. They surveyed 1,000 women, and that number dropped down to a fourth, just under 30%. So this was crazy to see for me. And as a man, you know, that's something we got to be cautious of. You know, this means that roughly close to a third or a fourth of the women a single man is going to ask out is going to use him for free food. That's what
Or
this shows.
something. Because a lot of niggas doing way more than just paying for food now.
Yeah.
So now it's free food or something. Yeah. It put piss in the dating pool for real.
Yeah, that's what they say
Because
about
that
it.
sets the expectation of all men. When you got simp ass niggas like that,
Yeah.
that don't mind throwing money, thinking that you fucking with them for the money, knowing that you really fucking with them. Thinking that you fucking with them for them, knowing that you're really fucking with them for the money, and they keep doing it. With the high volume of niggas doing that shit, they start to expect that from all niggas. Like, all niggas is just supposed to trick, and because that's socially acceptable, like you said.
Well, we just got to keep it in mind that, you know, there's different kinds of women out here, right? So I've seen
That's
that
true,
archetype right there that you talking about. I've
That's
seen
true, too.
that. But, you know, I've seen women that will go out on a date because they like the man that asked them
offer.
out. Couldn't wait for him to ask them out. Was looking at him too. That's the best situation to be in, right? Because she
That-
like you back.
Yeah.
And then sit there and you ever been out and chick just cut her phone off because she wanted to give you her attention? That's a good date to me, if you ask me.
That would be a good date. I don't know about cutting the phone off.
Well,
but
not cut the
specifically
phone off, but
dictate
you know what I'm
attention
saying?
to me. Yeah.
the ringer or something,
Yeah,
put
for
it
sure.
up or whatever.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Those are the kind of dates because that woman is glad to be there and she glad you asked. She asked
taking
her out.
that time serious.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
she
think that's
cherishing
what
that
we
time
need
for
to, and I think that's what we need to get to. We need to understand like the proper way to ask a woman for sex is to ask her out. You have to court her. You understand as a man, you paying that tab because if not, you understand what other men think of you and women. So
Well, you got some niggas that say, I don't care what other niggas think. I ain't
Yeah.
trying to date them.
they don't have to care. The results gonna show that though. Well, I'm talking about quality women, the women
sure.
that most guys are gonna want. If
Yeah.
you manage to get her, you paying that tab, fam.
For sure.
You paying
For sure.
that tab. Because if not, you know what I'm saying? Might be another dude.
Is that shit prostitution?
No. Well, see, I've heard that as a conversation. I've heard that as a conversation, but as far as this conversation here, no, I don't want to go there with it. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
because
it's
I
just a
accept my
conversation.
role. I accept my role in it, is
Yeah,
all I'm
but-
saying.
I do too. But technically, in exchange for money, a service in exchange for money, right? Or for some kind of physical gain,
Well, I think
tangible gain.
I think I didn't answer the question. A man should expect sex I'm gonna say, I say after the third date, if you can spread them out over a 2 to 3 week span, after a third date, you should know what you need to know about this person. Considering you have texted with this person, which people who like each other typically do, talked on the phone a couple of times, you know, not playing the whole phone game like the young ones, but like at least speaking to each other throughout the time, because that's what we do when we like somebody, right? And then asking the questions like, some women are at an age where they're dating specifically to marry. They want to be wives soon, you know. Asking those questions early.
At our
Some
age,
of them
ain't that
are.
what we all should be dating for now?
Well, everybody get to
That's
pick
what
and
I'm dating
choose what.
for.
Everybody get to pick and choose what they want.
Okay.
I'm married, so I ended up there, but
Well,
I've been with
yeah,
my
yeah.
wife for 11 years, and we didn't start there. As a 20-year-old man, my goal wasn't to be married at that time, but you know,
Yeah, I get you.
I'm older and wiser, you know.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. After the third, I think you start thinking about it. I think you start, maybe that's even the proper time to have a conversation about it. You know, we've been doing this for a while, you know.
After the third date, I say this is why I'm gonna say after the second date, because you know if you, unless she got this super wall around her that is just impenetrable.
You know if she like you or not.
No, if she like you could tell the chemistry how the conversation is.
Yeah.
You know once you start that conversation and it's gonna turn deep quick.
Yeah.
Maybe not personal, but deep. Meaning you can elaborate on this for a while. Y'all finna be talking nonstop for a minute. Like those type of vibes, when you create that type of stuff leads to sex.
Well,
and if your shit is that strong, if that vibe is that strong on the first date,
Yeah.
by the second date, I think it could be a conversation. Because let's think, y'all probably not gonna go on a date back to back anyway.
Right.
It's gonna be a little time before that date, and then a little time in between the next date.
Right.
Sex probably hasn't come up by then.
Yeah.
So by the time
a
you
lot
get
of
to the
times
second
in
date-
today's dating culture, that's the case. Because today's dating culture is tainted by the apps now that you can just go to looking directly for sex and get it. So somebody now, like back in the day when people might have had to wait an extended period of time, now if they want sex, they can just go get it. Which you have to think about, like, if you're
I
a
think it's
person.
always been like that. It's just the method and how you got the women with
These
different.
apps weren't always like that though. These apps make you are able to set that up from right here at the seat. I can set that up with somebody I don't even know. That
Yeah, but
changes
people
the
used
game.
to enjoy. You're right, it do change the game. But people used to enjoy going out in public, so it would be the same thing. I go out, I get your number, and I'm still, you know, a
Yeah,
date
for
or
sure.
two, whatever. I think it just depends on the chemistry y'all got. Like, you know if she ain't fucking with you, like, talking about for real.
Yeah, well,
Like,
see,
niggas know for real that shorty not really, like,
you
like
can
not
tell,
really
right?
vibing with you like that. You
But-
can tell.
But to my point, I'm as the man in the situation, right? I'm sitting here. I already know I want to have sex with her. That's why we there,
That's a
right?
fact.
So I want to know after that point. I want to make sure she ain't crazy. I want to make sure she's been practicing some level of sexual discipline. I want to know. I want to get an insight into what her home life is like. You know what I'm saying? So I can see where her head at and see what kind of woman I'm dealing with. Because I already know I like what I see. Now I need to know before I ever went to go have sex with her. I need to see if that would be a smart decision because, you know.
Okay, so maybe you said this and I skipped over it, but wouldn't that depend on if you just seen her and when you seen her you thought, oh, I would fuck her, as opposed to seeing her and you thought, oh, I could see her being my girlfriend?
Well, I think in both cases.
Because if it's just a fuck, do I need all that information?
Nah, but also, as far as what I just said, you don't even got to go out on a date no more. You can go
True.
through the app.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But another point I wanted to make based on that, it just means that when you go out with a date with somebody, how long are they going to wait? You know what I'm saying? As a man or as a woman, because of what the options are now in the dating pool due to the dating apps, how long are they going to wait?
But I think you should. I think whatever that answer would be should be respected.
Yeah.
That's all I think. I don't think it should be a problem. Like if you say, "Look, I want to wait until 6 days to have sex. I
Yeah.
don't want to be piling up bodies or whatever your reason is. I want to wait 6 days to have sex." And then he says, well, nah, I'm not gonna take you out 6 times and not have sex. He got the right to decide. You giving him, you said, look, this
You
is
know
my
what?
this is my law.
This is the fallacy in what you're saying. Ain't no woman just telling you how long she gonna.
Some
If
women do.
they
Some
did
women
that,
do.
if they did that, I would respect that the most.
Some women do, but even if she don't tell you,
33% of them are gonna go out for just the food.
that's true. But I think that you give him the option, or vice versa, knowing, look, we ain't about to fuck right now, and he get to decide, look, this is date number 2,
Yeah.
or this date number 3. She ain't about to let me fuck. And he gotta, and you gotta respect that as the
Yeah.
woman. You gotta respect that. But
I
he,
think
as
so,
the
too.
man, gotta respect. She ain't finna let you fuck on the third
Yeah.
date. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
so as far as the video was concerned, I wasn't with bro dissing her like that, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
trashing her. I wasn't with how the way he came at it
That
or
shit
how
was
he
corny,
said it. That was
especially
corny
because
as
it
hell.
was video shit.
And he looked dusty. He
do
looked
look
dusty as hell.
He do look dusty.
Yeah, bro, I wasn't with that. On the flip
He
side,
ain't look presentable, like. But so I want to know, like, was this their first date?
yeah, those details ain't even in there.
See, yeah, it couldn't have
It's
been
relevant.
multiple times.
It's relevant, but I don't like the messenger in this case. You know
Well,
what
the
I'm
reason
saying?
why I asked that at first is I was almost about to say, well, you know, maybe he got lazy after them going out so often, but
That's
I
no
don't think
excuse.
after
If he
they
haven't
went out so
smashed yet,
often
nah,
and,
bro.
and they ain't fucked.
Brush your hair, go to the barber.
Something, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what
He
I'm
got to put
saying?
himself together. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
and
He gotta
so,
put himself together
but I
for
was
sure.
gonna say on the flip side, I don't agree with women getting angry that a man wanted sex with them. They found out and felt offended. I don't
Like,
think
what you think this game is?
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
you should be offended. I think, as I think on the flip side, you need to just respect. That's what that is. If you don't want that, now's a good time to move around. And I got daughters, so I'm gonna talk about having a backup plan. Daddy will always come get you. He will always. If you ever get a bad feeling, I'll pull up.
Straight up.
You ain't never got to not get no ride home.
That's a fact.